There are a lot of lotteries without a good cause.
Well, there are a few, let's say, especially online, like today we can do this very easily. Obviously, everybody is aware of the good cause. In our case, it's like the environmental engagement we have.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Millionaire podcast. With me, I have someone very special. He's one of 3 lotto game designers in the world. So if you have any questions about lotteries, he's the man to go to. Mr. Ralph C. Martin, and he's here with us to share all insights about Millionaire and the green initiative behind it, Oasis Park.
Thank you very much, Maradona. It's great to be here today and good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
So I think I love this podcast. I have to tell you. I mean, I'm so excited when we get like these new questions from our listeners, or even viewers, or from our participants from the Millionaire. So yeah, please go on, send us your questions and
and it's also a very easy thing. Come have a look, get your insights, tips, and then go and buy a lottery ticket. So after watching this podcast, you know what to do. Head to omillionaire.com, choose your 7 lucky numbers and stand a chance to win the grand prize.
Yeah.
The question for today, what are the good causes funded by lotteries?
Actually, this is a really important question because, I mean, this separates, let's say, the lotteries from the, I would say, gray market or even like the black market where people are claiming to have a lottery and you don't even know what they're doing with the money. Lotteries in general, and sorry to say that because I'm 30 years in this business now, is always related and connected to good causes. And this is like really important for people to understand that if you don't know a good cause for the lottery and if they're not willing to tell you where they spend the money, how they spend the money, then it's probably just a commercial lottery where people just to make money, and this is not the cause of it.
And there are a lot of lotteries without a good cause.
Well, there are a few, let's say, especially online, like today we can do this very easily.
Also.
But especially when it comes to Millionaire, obviously everybody is aware of the good cause. In our case, it's like the environmental engagement we have, and we can talk about this in a little bit more today. But this is really important, again, to understand the people. Like, just go on the website or call the call center or whatever they do. If they cannot show you, if they cannot tell you, just don't do it.
Okay.
Saying that, again, we are talking always about lotteries, but when it comes to gambling, for example, most of the time casinos do not have a good cause. And everybody knows it, but everybody accepts it, and it's okay. So, but
and the house always wins.
In the house, that's what you say, right? The house always wins. But it's for entertainment, and it's not like, see, the lottery is always for your personal hope. I mean, you're serving your personal hope of like being one day you are the millionaire and you have like so much money that you can pay for everything you have in mind. At the same time, again, the lottery has a purpose of supporting these good causes. And just to tell you a number, like the UK lottery is approximately spending 25% of the revenues in the good causes. So the good causes, of course, can be like different topics. A lot of times it's for health, for example, like healthcare, or it's sports. So, like I know that in Germany, for example, the lottery is giving the money to support like youth sports. Because sometimes, the government does not want to spend the money or doesn't have the money on special areas. Then you have like good causes, could be like supporting like art museums. Very interesting too. Education is a big topic, obviously. I mean, this is like very important in the world. And we have like some countries where it's very education system underdeveloped, I would say. You can give like scholarships, for example, with lotteries. also very good. You can even build a school, right? Or hospitals when it comes back to the healthcare. So there are a lot of issues and big issues that lotteries are helping to support, and it's a good cause. I just love it. I mean, doing this for so long. Then we have like new causes, of course, that are related to environment issues. Starting with cleaning the beaches or doing things like that, or like taking care of the oceans. We, as O Millionaire, we dedicated our revenues to a project called Oasis Park. And I think it's worth about thinking of it. Like we have in the past few years, we have to discuss the issue of global warming.
True.
And everybody is talking about it. And a few years back, I was like a speaker at the COP28 talking about this topic. So the thing is that, our program is based on planting trees. And we are planting the trees in different regions of the world. We have a big area, or we are planting trees on a regular basis, let's say, in India.
True.
Beauty about India is like at this point, we do not need a lot of maintenance because we can plant the trees and there is enough rainfall, for example. So the trees are growing by themselves. But the idea of the project, the original idea of the project is like planting the trees in deserts. And that means we need like water supply, we need maintenance, we need like a lot of things. But the environmental issue of having trees in a desert is massive. It's not just, I mean, if the area is big enough, you can even measure the microclimate changes. So humidity, for example, even rainfall. But then you have like all the wildlife coming back, for example, right? So this is just an amazing project, I would say. And I don't know if I told you before, but you know how big the area we want to plant the trees all together, not in a single spot, but I mean all together. Our goal of O Millionaire and Oasis Park.
I think I heard somewhere, but I can't get a number.
Yeah, the story is, it's based on the Black Forest.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm German, so people can, when they recognize my accent, of course, everybody knows I'm from somewhere, Germany or some German-speaking country. So I'm German, and we have the Black Forest.
Correct.
And the Black Forest is a very natural forest from the Stone Ages, basically. Right? Ice Ages, sorry, not Stone Ages, Ice Ages. And it's a natural forest. And some people maybe just know it from the Black Forest cake or something like that. Right. And it has like 6,000 square kilometers.
6,000 square kilometers, yes.
So I was thinking of why don't we do this like only one fifth, which is 1,200 square kilometers. So we are looking on areas altogether of 1,200 square kilometers.
Wow.
It sounds big, but if you look in, let's say in a desert, then it's only 30 by 40 kilometers.
Oh, okay.
It's not that much, it's still huge. And we can plant like around about 60 million trees in this kind of area. So that's our goal, plant 60 million trees over the next few years.
Wow.
And of course, these trees needs the funding, and that's where the lottery comes in place and the good cause. So the money of O Millionaire is going into this tree planting project. Now, when it comes to global warming, planting the trees are taking out the CO2 from the air. And it stores, what a tree does is like it needs the carbon actually to build the timber. So it stores the CO2, actually the C in the roots, in the branches, in the stem, so that means with 60 million trees, we can bind round about 1.44 million tons of CO2 every year.
Wow.
To be realistic, it's a small part when it comes to the pollution in the world. But if we have like lots of these projects, then we can do a lot more for the planet. So I think, like it's that's a beauty, and like when the trees and the plants are working on this, then you store basically the carbon and you exhale the oxygen.
Yeah.
So it's also good for the planet. We don't need too much. We have enough on the planet, but still it's a side effect, let's say. So yeah, the beauty about Millionaire is that we are doing a lot of effort in this green idea, and we always call it like the first green lottery in the world. It has a good cause. We are selling the green certificates, so people know that we are. They have something in hand to really to see where the money is going to. And I believe if you are listening to this and you're not in the region, or you don't, sorry to say, but you don't care too much about the Millionaire because you have your own lottery at home. But then always look like and be aware that the lotteries are doing good things. And you're supporting not just, the economy. This is, by the way, another side effect. Because when you're running this business of a lottery, then of course, you have to spend a lot of money on salaries. Yeah. So you're supporting the people working with you and their families. But then you have like the suppliers, you have a studio with all the people working there. You have like sometimes when you're printing like even the physical cards, lottery cards, somebody has to print it. So there is like a whole lot of people working for this, and you are giving, basically this industry is giving jobs to thousands and 10,000s of people. In the case, coming back to the Oasis Park, it's not just the trees, right? It's like maintaining the trees in the future. If you have a forest with hundreds of thousands of trees, you have to have a lot of people taking care of it, to water the trees, engineers to maintain the AWGs, we call it AWGs, the atmospheric water generators that are extracting the water out of humidity. So we don't need natural resources from the groundwater, for example. There are a lot of people working there, and later on, hopefully, we can engage the universities, for example, to study these micro environments. So
Absolutely. So in short, participate in lotteries that have a good cause. In our case of Millionaire, I also go ahead and say that I've personally witnessed and see them funding other causes also apart from the Oasis Park. I've been a part of the cleaning of the deserts in celebrating the Breast Cancer Day, celebrating different events. Every week on the show, we highlight and celebrate like the World Environment Day or a cause. So there's a lot more causes being supported and celebrated, and it's nice to see a company like Millionaire going beyond just Oasis Park and supporting these different causes. So participate in lotteries that support a good cause, and
it's when you mentioned, we did this with the Millionaire and Oasis Park team actually participating in this cleaning the deserts thing as well. And it's a lot of fun. I can just encourage people to engage in all these things.
There were little kids cleaning up the desert,
and we are going to schools to educate the kids, for example, like how to plant trees and what good does it do. And lotteries, like ours, they have like always this big goal, like in our case the Oasis Park, but I'm also supporting small projects, like helping here and there. Could be helping to engage with sports events, for example, like as a sponsor for because the kids need, let's say, the jerseys for the soccer tournament or things like that. So there are a lot of other things on the side, very small, but I love this, and it's good that we have the chance today to talk about it, because
Absolutely.
It always, like, everybody's like always talking about the millions and you can win. And yes, of course, I mean, it's the most important part. That's why you participate, right?
Yes, and feel free if you guys have any causes that you guys want to support too, write in and we'll see where we can be a part of it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's it's wonderful to engage with our participants, with our listeners and viewers, and yeah, send us and our team your comments on this. And yeah, I can just say, like, I mean, we from O Millionaire and being responsible for the Oasis Park project, we love what we do.
Great, and that
hopefully we can engage you all to participate in these kind of things.
great. Off the record, I'd like to say you're doing a great job. Thank you so much for answering these questions for today. Stay tuned for another episode of the O Millionaire podcast. And if you have any questions, feel free to write to us. And thank you so much, Mr. Ralph.
Thank you, Maradona. And you can't,
Can't
win
win
if you don't play.